beautiful people of the internet. Is this a thing now? I don't know if it's a thing now. Let's not make it a thing. Today I have another fancy schmancy ukulele tutorial for you guys. You guys have not stopped asking me for a tutorial from the moment I covered the song, which is I'm Low on Gas and You Need a Jacket by the band that's called Pierce the Veil. The tutorial that I'm gonna play is based on chords that I found on the internet, but that I kind of mixed with my own because I thought that would sound better. So that's what you're gonna get today. It's not 100% correct, but if you want to learn how to play it the way I did it, then this is the perfect video for you. If you want to play it the way it should be played, then you should click away now, because this is not the video you're looking for. You will need a ukulele for this tutorial, obviously. I will name the chords as I think the naming is, but as we all know, I'm not really good at naming my chords. So I will also put like the finger placements in the description with each chord, so you can have the right finger placement with the wrong chords, because that's just how I roll here. So the first chord you will need will be the D minor, which is made by, do you see me? Maybe I should put this a little bit lower. So the first chord you start with is the D minor, and how that's not the right chord. It's not a D minor, it's a B minor. Great start. So the first chord you start with is the B minor, not the D minor, the B minor. The way you form this chord on your ukulele is you take your index finger, I think it's called, you place it all over the second fret, so you do like the beret kind of thing, and then you take your other finger, I usually use my ring finger for it, and you place it on the first string of the fourth fret. So then you get something that looks like this, if it makes sense, if you can see it. And when you play it, it sounds like this. Then the next chord you're gonna need is the A chord, which is easier to play. So you put your mingle finger, yes. You put your middle finger on the first string of the second fret and your index finger on the second string of the first fret. You get something that looks like that. And when you play it, it sounds like this. Now the next chord you're gonna need is your D chord. So you're gonna take these three fingers and just put them on the first, second, and third string of your second fret, which looks something like this, which is not really something you can see. And it sounds like this. And then the last thing you need for the intro is the G chord, which is made by putting your first finger on the second string of the second fret, the middle finger on the last string of the second fret, and then you take your ring finger and put this on the third string of the third fret. So you have something that looks like this. And it sounds like this. For people who play guitar, it's the D chord on the guitar, if that makes it any easier for you. So these are the 4 chords you need for the intro and for the verses. Now the next part is a bit difficult to explain, so I'm just going to start with the order of the chords you have to do, and then we're going to continue with when you have to play them. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but let's just start with the first thing. So you have your B, M, A, D, now you go back to A, and your G. And that's basically how you play the first part of the song. When you know your order, I'm just gonna count them out and play them at the same time, and hope that that's a bit clear where you have to play which thing. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The easy thing at the beginning, in my version of the song, is that you only have to strum them once, so that makes it a bit easier. If this is still a bit too fast for you, YouTube has this wonderful button at this side of the screen, I think, where you can make the video go faster or go slower if you'd like to. So if this is going too fast for you, feel free to push that button and to do it on your own tempo. We'll repeat this one more time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is the pattern that you're gonna keep using for the whole first part of the song. You played this in the intro 2 times, and then you have the verse. Joke, try to wash it down with something strong. Try, but the taste of blood remains. And then again, you repeat the same part. Cold, empty mattresses and 4 stars. My, how they start to look the same. So this last part changes like a tiniest bit. So instead of going back with the three chords, you just play my, how they start to look the same. So you just skip 2 chords and you go straight to your G chord. So that's a bit easier. And then what I like to do then is just, so you keep the G chord that you have and you just pluck every string just once and that's it. To me, it was like a cool transition to the chorus. So then you have, I don't know, I like the sound of that. You don't have to play that if you don't like that because it's not in the original song, but I like that, so that's why it's in it. The next part of the song, which is the chorus, has 3 chords that you need to use. So you're starting with your D again, you have your A chord, you have your D chord again, your A chord again, and then your G chord. And then you repeat that. So again, D chord, A chord, D chord, A chord, and then your G chord. And that's it, basically, for the first chorus. Now the second chorus changes a little bit, but I'm gonna come up to that when I'm there. The strumming pattern. Oh, I suck at explaining a strumming pattern. I just basically just do something that sounds good to me. So in this case, it's dum da 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 bum bum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da dum. I don't know how to explain it, so I'm gonna just play it slowly for you. And then again, that wonderful button there, you can press that if it's going too slow for you. If it's going too fast for you, I'm sorry. So when I'm playing it slow, it sounds like this. Then you go back to your verse, so you play the same thing again. Now the next verse is a tiny bit different than the other one, and the main difference is actually the strumming pattern. So you still have the same chords, you just play them a bit different. So first you have your B chord, your A chord, and then you skip right to the G. And then again, B, A, and then you play your D chord, and then you skip your A, go right to the G again. And then again to the B, and again to the G. So you keep skipping the A actually, and then again. And that's actually the same like the last time. The only difference is that we don't pluck anymore. You can pluck it if you want to, but that I didn't do that for the second time. The strumming pattern, that's a difficult one. Again, I'm just gonna play it really slowly for you. You can also push the button if it's going too fast, and then you have an overall idea of how I played it. I do have to say this one you only strum once, and then you go back to never said to anyone. So that's it, and then you go back to your chorus. Your chorus is exactly the same as before. The only little difference is at the ending, that you don't only play your G chord, but you also play your... That's not the right chord. That's not the right chord. Damn it! Ah! I lost my chord. Where? That's it. Wow, that was difficult. Not only play your G chord, but after that you play your G minor chord. So it sounds like a tiny bit different. So then you have, if we are going to play the whole chorus again. So keeping happiness and torture me while I'll tell you let's go in style. A million hooks around, a million ways to die. Darling, it's cold outside. It will be alright. So this one is is an important one. I really like that in the song. Next up we have the bridge. Now the main difference in the bridge is actually the strumming pattern, because again it's all chords you've already heard, and actually it's a lot like the chorus. So then you have your D chord, your A chord, your G chord, and then you play your G minor chords. And then you just repeat that again. I hate strumming patterns. I hate to explain them. That's how I play it. Lost spots and bitch at the club. Got kicked out of and lost your shoes. Well, now this is something that you don't need to include in it, but I like the way it sounds. So normally you could just end it on a G chord, but I like to add this one in it just to change it a tiny little bit, which is the A chord, by the way. And then you have the next part, which is the fuck, what am I supposed to be impressed? And then you play the same thing. So it's the D chord again, the A chord, the G, and the G minor. Again, the same. This is actually a pretty easy part. So easy that I'm playing it wrong. And then you go back to the chorus, and here I like to just strum once. So this is my favorite part of the song. I will soon forget the color of your eyes, and you'll forget mine. Now, this is again something that I kind of morphed into it myself, but I like the crescendo here, so that's why I played that a bit like the guitar. So you just played the end of the chorus actually, and then you go to your G and you play it really soft, and when you change, I like to play it really loud just to have like the effect. And then you go back to your chorus, and I like to end on the D chord. So I strum this is the last chord you play, so I strum this once, and then you have the last part of the lyrics, which is also a really nice part of the song. And that's the ending, that's how you play it, that's the entire song. Wow, you did it! I know my tutorials are shit, I really suck at explaining things, but since it's been requested for so many times, and since I actually really like to play the song, I thought I'd just do this little tutorial for you guys so that you know how to play it, and that's just... now you know. So, yeah, again, this is just the way I do it. I know it's not the right thing, but since a lot of people said that it sounded like the original song, I kind of wanted to teach you how to play it the way I do it. So yeah, I did hope it helped you out. Let me know in the comments what you think was good about the tutorial, what you think I could do better next time. I really suck at explaining things, but I really like to learn, so... feel free to do that. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I feel like really rambling today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, hope it helped you out, and I will see you very soon. Bye! Ja? Nee? Oké.